Hi, I'm Chef Raphael. Welcome to today's video. Today we are baking and I'm going to show you how to make gingerbread cookies, and I'm using the Caroline cake mix. It's basically, like we have cake mix. This is now for a cookie, and these are the cookies. And on this video, I'll show you how to use this cake mix and the ingredients that you need to add to the cake mix, and then get the cookies like this. Now I've made them in different shapes and sizes, and what I've also done is tried to decorate them, something that you can do with your kids at home. I'm doing this video in December, so it's close to the Christmas festivities, so this is also perfect, especially for Christmas. So hope you like the video. Watch till the end and you see how simple it is to make it. Let's get started. So welcome to the show, and if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing so that you're actually notified whenever I have a new recipe out, especially when you hit the bell button. You get a notification on your phone and on email. Now, the ingredients for these cookies. First of all, again, it's all about the Caroline cake mix range. Now, this one is the gingerbread one, and it's actually ready-made. Everything in terms of the ingredients of the sugar, the spice and all that is in here, and what it usually says at the back is what you need. So it says 90 grams of margarine or butter, water and an egg, and everything else is actually included here. And then it also says here this cookie mix will actually make 20 cookies. So all that information is there, so have a look. So the first thing, let me start with the margarine. Now what you need to do is slightly soften it, add one egg. Now because we don't have sugar, now these two don't mix very well, but it's all good. Also I'll add the water. So you can actually even use a whisk, but this again, because it's gonna be a dough, it will still be okay. So add, I can smell cloves, some cinnamon. So it's also a mix. It's basically a spicy one, but it has some good flavor to it. Then I'm going to mix the whole mixture into a dough. I'll switch to my hands now. It's easier to do it with the hands. And how it works when you're using your hands is the same thing like you do when you're having a mixer. Try and do it gently so that the flour does not fly on top of your surface. So what I'm trying to do is incorporate the butter into the margarine or butter into the dough, and that's what will make actually the dough become sticky. Of course, there is another way you can actually do this. You can mix the the flour and the margarine first and then add the liquid. That's another way. What I'm going to do is transfer it to the surface and make it come together. Also, while you're doing this, you want to make sure that the flour mix is, you don't see any white on the dough. So until it's actually smooth, you have a smooth surface, that should be okay. You should not overwork it, because what will happen if you're using your hands especially, they are warm and they will start melting the butter or margarine, and it will not be good. So don't overwork it until it becomes soft like that. So now the next thing I'll do is get some flour. I'll clear the surface, get some flour, roll it, and then I'll start cutting them. So now what I have here is 4 different cutters, different sizes, 2 round ones and one that is wavy. So you can use anything that you have, but originally when it comes to gingerbread, but it doesn't have to be like that. I think what matters is so long as you roll it to a certain thickness and cut it in different shapes. When you have different shapes and sizes, it will actually make the cookies more interesting. So first thing you need to do is lightly dust your surface with flour. This is normal all-purpose flour, so that when you place it on top, it will not stick on the bottom. Now you have to be careful. Even after you put some flour, you need to keep dusting. And also look, the technique here is to spread out the dough, cookie dough. Now the thickness should be about, I don't know, half a centimeter, but basically make sure that it's the same thickness from end to end. So that should be good. Now, using a cutter, it's a good idea to also dip it slightly in flour and then make cuts. So now I'm going to change. I'll use the wavy one. Star one. So when your tray is full, just put it in the oven, and for the rest of the mixture, I'm gonna roll it again and then make some more cuts. But for these ones, I'm going to bake them in the oven at 180 degrees. Usually cookies take about 10 minutes to bake, so this I'm sure it will also take the same amount of time. Remember, what we are looking for is even thickness, so this thickness is what we need to make sure that that it's even. And in the oven, what you just need to look out for is for them to start turning brown or even slightly hard, and on the bottom side they'll have a golden brown color. So after this, I'll show you how to finish them off and decorate them. So now the cookies are ready, and let's see what you need to look out for. Now when they cook, now you can see mine are light at the center, but on the edges they would start turning golden brown. That's how you tell they are cooked, and they actually took about 12 minutes. Now it also depends on the thickness of your dough, how you roll it. You don't have to have a greaseproof paper to use it, but if you don't have it, just remove them like that from the baking tray immediately after removing them from the oven, because what will happen to the cookies is that they will actually they are brittle, and I'll cut into one. It's like a cookie. It's exactly how it's supposed to be. It's hard, it's crunchy, really delicious, and I can taste the ginger. They're actually gingerbread cookies, and that's exactly how it's supposed to taste. So the cake mixture is actually on point. And now what I'm going to do is to start decorating them. And for decoration, what I have here is powdered sugar, or actually icing sugar. Now you add an amount of icing sugar and then a small amount of water. Now the consistency that you want, you can use lemon juice or water, and the consistency you want after mixing them is that it does not pour easily. See, it takes time to pour. That's the consistency you want, and as it drops down, it's not runny. That's basically what you don't want. You want something that will hold. Now if it's too runny, what will happen, whatever you draw on the cookies will actually spread out and become flat. But when it's really hard, not very hard, but at the right consistency, so I'm continuously pressing. Now this is optional, so what this will become is like a barrier, and then what I'll do, I'll add a little bit more water on this icing sugar. I'll add some food color, and then it will be whatever different colors I want, and then I'll fill the center here with one color, and then the edges with another color, and basically have different colors decorations for my cookies. Again, it's optional, but it makes it fun even to work with the kids. But I hope you've learned something new today. Today we are making the gingerbread cookies. It's festive season. I'm doing this video in December. We are heading towards Christmas, and the whole idea is you can actually create your own delicious cookies on this using the Caroline cake mix. Remember, they also have, check them out on the website. I will also put a link on the description on the video, the website, and on the description I'll give you the link to where you can buy the cake mixes and all the products that they have. Give it a try. I hope you'll enjoy yours, and like I said, I hope you've learned something new. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter for more recipes and tips, and until next time, goodbye.